The Israel-Palestine conflict dates back to over 100 years, a story of land, religion, and of course power. It has claimed hundreds of thousands of lives since. In the last 5 days itself, the region has been ravaged in a series of rockets and airstrikes, killing at least 126 people in Gaza and 7 Israelis. In this video, we will cover how and when did the conflict start, who did the land originally belong to, and what is the stance of the US, the UN, and the neighboring Arab countries. So, what exactly is the conflict? Let's be clear, this is not a conflict of religion. This is a conflict of land. Israel is the world's only Jewish state established 73 years ago in a land that was home to largely an Arab Muslim population, the Palestinians. The conflict dates back to the early 20th century, with the rising anti Semitic sentiments in Europe, which was home to 90% of all Jews at the time. The Jewish people fled Europe to resettle in the British controlled Palestine to re establish their own homeland. Seeing this as an invasion of land that was rightfully theirs, the Palestinians resisted. The UN then recommended the partition plan, that is, separate independent states for the Arabs and the Jews. It was then that the Jews established the State of Israel in 1948 with support from the US and the UK. This recommendation was outrightly rejected by the Arabs. The First Arab Israel War of 1948. Following this development, the neighboring states of Egypt, Jordan, Iraq, and Syria all declared war on Israel. The Israeli forces defeated the Arab armies to take control of 77% of the British Palestine, turning 7 lakh Palestinians into homeless refugees. The Israeli territory only excluded the West Bank, including eastern parts of Jerusalem that was under Jordan's control, and the Gaza Strip controlled by Egypt. Hence, the Israelis got control of the Jewish state but not the Palestinians. The Six-Day War of 1967. Another gruesome war took place between the Arabs and the Israelis in 1967. The Israelis again defeated Egypt, Jordan, and Syria to take control of the Gaza Strip and the Sinai Peninsula from Egypt, the West Bank, including East Jerusalem from Jordan, and the Golan Heights from Syria. The West Bank and Gaza were the two territories home to large Palestinian populations now controlled by Israel. What were the developments after? Israel and Egypt signed a peace treaty as a part of the Camp David Accords in 1978, but without the participation of Palestine. In 1993, Israel and Palestine Liberation Organization, or the PLO, signed the Oslo Peace Accord that was backed by the UN. The Cairo Agreement, as a follow up deal, created the Palestinian Authority to take administrative charge of the West Bank and Gaza. The question of Israeli settlements in the West Bank and the status of Jerusalem, coveted as future capital by both Israel and Palestine, remain unresolved. Clashes in the region thus have continued in the form of rockets, airstrikes, and forced displacement of Palestinian residents in the favor of Israeli settlers. What is the stance of other Middle Eastern countries? In 2020, by an agreement mediated by the Trump administration, UAE became the third Arab nation after Egypt and Jordan, the immediate neighbors of Israel, to fully support the state. More Arab states like Bahrain and Oman have also shown openness to formalize ties with Israel. Saudi Arabia had pushed for Israeli withdrawal from Palestinian lands in the Arab Peace Initiative in 2002. However, it is believed that since then, Arabia has secretly strengthened its ties with Israel, even though a public announcement might be too risky. Lebanon, Syria, and Iraq, having fought multiple wars with Israel, are having difficult relations and therefore no diplomatic ties with the state. What is the stance of the US and the UN? Since the 1960s, the United States has been a very strong supporter of Israel and has promoted good relations between Israel and its neighbors as a part of its Middle East policy. In addition to financial and military aid, the United States also provides political support to Israel, having used its United Nations Security Council or the UNSC veto 42 times with respect to the resolutions relating to Israel out of a total 83 times in which its veto has ever been used. In 2017, the Donald Trump administration of the US recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and announced shifting of its embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Even now, President Joe Biden is supporting Israel's right to defend itself in the face of Hamas's barrage of rockets. He has also expressed the hope that peace restores soon. A US envoy has already been sent for support in the region. Since UN's 1947 partition plan recommendation for the region, it has consistently sponsored many peace negotiations between the parties, including setting up of the Special Committee on Israeli Practices and the most recent Roadmap for Peace in 2002. The UNSC since 1948 has adopted over 79 resolutions on the Arab Israeli conflict till date. On the flip side, though, many believe that on ground enforcement has mostly been an issue, especially with the US consistently supporting Israel in all matters. Even as we speak, the rockets and airstrikes continue to wreak havoc in Israel and Gaza, and scores of Palestinians continue to engage with the Israeli forces in the West Bank. As the Hamas and the Israeli forces continue to battle it out for power and land, and the superpowers around the world scramble to be on the right side, it is really the civilians that are losing out the most.